Hi everybody and welcome once again to NJPW Extra. I'm Chris Charlton, right here in the NJPW Event Center where we are getting set for October the 10th, Ryogoku Sumo Hall and a Declaration of Power live with ringside English coverage on NJPWworld.com. It's a loaded card in a famous venue coming right up on NJPW World. What brought us there? Let's take a look as we take you back to the results from Burning Spirit in Kobe. The Burning Spirit Tour wrapped up in spectacular form September the 25th in Kobe on a night headlined by three incredible championship matches, all seeing their champions retain. First of the three were IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions Francesco Akira and TJP, who managed to hang on to their titles in a thrilling bout with Team 6 or 9. TJP was just a little half step slow thanks to a slight leg injury, and the green charisma of Taguchi combined with the impressive maturation of Master Wato saw the champions in trouble on more than one occasion, but it was Akira moving into a leadership role at the end of the match that ensured he and TJP were able to land an impressive double stomp, and then the Leaning Tower for the United Empire duo to retain. The main event of the evening saw Will Ospreay retain the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship against David Finlay in what was an instant classic. Finlay was wrestling with a point to prove and set a furious pace, as well as showing his killer instinct. After hitting Will Ospreay's hand with a shillelagh, Finlay was vicious and unforgiving in his pursuit of both Ospreay's injury and the red and gold belt. He came close time and time again, even landing Trash Panda for what would be a sure 3 count had Ospreay's foot not reached the bottom rope. But in the end, as Ospreay struggled to hit Stormbreaker thanks to his injury, he instead landed a pedigree before the Hidden Blade and then the Stormbreaker to retain his championship in a spectacular defense. But it was after the match that Tetsuya Naito and Zack Sabre Jr. both threw their hats into the ring for a potential future challenge, that leading to Naito and Zack facing off in London this past weekend, and you can find out exactly what happened in that match later on NJPW World. Perhaps the biggest shock of the weekend though came after the Never Openweight Championship match between Carl Anderson and Hiroshi Tanahashi. A classic rivalry was resumed, as was some classic dirty play from the Bullet Club. Doc Gallows constantly getting involved and drawing Toriano from the back in the end, but it was a wave of distractions that would lead to Carl Anderson retaining his gold with the gun stump. After the match, Jay White headed to the ring to put the boots into Tanahashi and draw Tama Tonga out from the back into what was a guaranteed ambush. But the ambush didn't work out like Jay White had planned. Tama Tonga was confronted by his younger brother Hikuleo, who had chosen to stay with Bullet Club over his own flesh and blood, but changed his mind centering, serving up the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion for a gun stunt and leading to a declarative statement before Declaration of Power. There in Ryogoku in our main event, Tama Tonga will challenge Jay White for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and Jonah will go head-to-head with Kazuchika Okada in a special singles match, whereafter Jonah made his own declaration of power in Kobe. The G1 Climax 32 winner seems to be on the back foot indeed. One title that will be on the line in Ryogoku live in English on NJPWworld.com will be the KOPW 2022 trophy. Ever since El Phantasmo defeated Shingo Takagi in the G1 Climax, he's been saying loud and proud that he is Shingo Takagi's daddy, and reinforced that point with a series of wins all the way through the Burning Spirit Tour. But at the finale in Kobe, Shingo Takagi finally got revenge with a ground cobra that definitively pinned ELP. That led to some back and forth backstage over just who was the father of whom, and both men agreed to the stipulations for the KOPW 2022 match in Ryogoku. But that's not the only attraction in Ryogoku. Announced just a week ago, Ren Narita, after a long and successful excursion in the LA dojo, and having wrestled none other than Katsuyori Shibata in the Tokyo Dome earlier this year, is finally ending that excursion and making his full-time return to Japanese competition. His homecoming match is coming up at Declaration of Power. Who will he face and what lies in store for this phenomenal young talent? Find out live and in English, Ryogoku Sumo Hall on NJPWworld.com, Monday, October the 10th. It's going to be an unbelievable event, October the 10th, live and in English on NJPWworld.com as a declaration of power. It's Ryogoku Sumo Hall, and that's not all. It's a stacked live lineup on New Japan World this October. Later that same week, we're going to start Battle Autumn in Korakuen Hall with live ringside English coverage. And then Sunday, October the 16th, live in Japanese with English available on demand. Fan cheering returns once again, this time to Ari Nagaoka. So there's lots to come from Battle Autumn as well. NJPW1972.com and NJPWworld.com for a full live listing. And speaking of Sunday, October the 16th, that's where our next events come to the United States as NJPW Strong returns to the Vermont Hollywood. Then it's back-to-back pay-per-view presentations from New York City as we sample a Night Before Halloween special and then Rumble on 44th Street. Those are huge events, and we're going to have all the details for you from there and from beyond next time on NJPW Extra. Until then, go kigenyo, sayonara.